For months, the internet has been quiet about Pi Network. The conversations faded, the excitement dimmed, and even some pioneers began to lose faith. Yet, while most eyes turned away, something remarkable began to unfold behind the scenes, something powerful enough to reshape how the world views this project forever. It started with a whisper from Thailand. The government had just given official recognition to the Pi Network GCV Industry Alliance. At first, it sounded unbelievable, but as reports began to surface, it became clear. This wasn't a rumor. This was real. Real government officials, real meetings, and real acknowledgement of a digital currency built not by billionaires or banks, but by everyday people mining from their phones. And Thailand wasn't acting alone. Vietnam, one of Southeast Asia's most rapidly developing nations, followed almost immediately. 100 major businesses, yes, established companies with real customers, officially joined the Pi GCV Industry Alliance. At the same time, more than 60 apps were already transacting through the GCV model. It was happening quietly, without fanfare, without hype. The foundation of Pi's real-world economy was forming while the world wasn't watching. For many who doubted, this was the wake-up call they didn't expect. Governments were getting involved. Businesses were integrating it. And communities were beginning to see the first sparks of real economic transformation. In October 2025, several Thai government officials attended a virtual meeting alongside GCV ambassadors. They weren't low-level representatives. They were policy leaders and department heads who understood the significance of what was being discussed. Among them was Ms. Rung Arun Manacho, Thailand's head GCV ambassador, and Ms. Wantana Intrakian, chair of the GCV Industry Alliance, Thailand. What they witnessed wasn't just a discussion, it was the acknowledgement of a new kind of economy, one led not from the top down but from the ground up. Ms. Lamari, the chair of the GCV International Industry Alliance, called it a powerful step forward. She spoke about how Thailand's participation could bring tangible benefits to businesses and communities across the nation. And she was right. This wasn't a lucky break. The Thai Pi community had spent 3 years on the ground, educating, organizing, and building trust to prove that Pi could solve real-world problems. The result? Thai businesses now have access to more than 1 million products from China, with exporters already accepting partial Pi payments. These are not pilot projects or promises. These are transactions that have actually begun. While Thailand celebrated this progress, Vietnam quietly launched something even bigger. 100 established companies, not startups chasing a trend, officially joined the GCV Industry Alliance. It was led by Chairman Mr. Tha Dao Duc Viet and the board of the Vietnam GCV Alliance, who had a simple goal: to bring digital currency into real business. One story stands out: a merchant in China who had been struggling to make sales in his province. After joining the GCV Alliance, he was connected with buyers from another region. Soon after, over 100 new orders came in. That's not speculation. That's real trade, real merchants, real results. It's easy to overlook what's happening here. But this movement is transforming Southeast Asia into the beating heart of the Pi GCV vision. And if history has taught us anything, it's that all great unifications start small, quietly, persistently, and with purpose. Over 2,200 years ago, Emperor Qin Shi Huang unified 6 warring Chinese states. For centuries, those regions fought endlessly. But once united, he standardized the language, the currency, and the systems of measurement. 15 years of struggle led to over 2,000 years of stability. It was one of the most transformative acts in human history. And when you look closely, Pi Network seems to echo that same kind of vision. Founded in 2019 by Dr. Nicholas Kokalis and Dr. Cheng Diao Fan, it was built not through conquest or wealth, but through global cooperation and technology. Millions of pioneers joined, tapping their screens daily, not knowing that they were helping construct a potential new standard for digital currency, built on consensus, not control. Economist Friedrich Hayek once spoke about the denationalization of money, the belief that currency should not be controlled solely by governments. Today, Pi Network appears to bring that concept to life. As Doris Yin, founder of the GCV movement, explained, The world is now one connected village divided by competing currencies. Without a common standard built on fairness and inclusion, economic chaos continues, leaving everyday people powerless. That's the core of what the GCV stands for: global consensus value, a shared agreement not dictated by markets or governments, but defined by people. And Pi Network has taken major steps to